Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami
Dhira Shishimad, Divine Guest, ISKCON Founder, Charya Jagaguru, Bhakti Swami, Prabhupada, Jayam Vishnupad, Paramahamsa, Paribra Jagacharya, Astuta Rasita Shishimad, Divine Guest, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Guri Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Prem Jo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyamakun Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mathura Dham Ki Jai, Navadu Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganges Mai Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Jana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapadakama Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sabhyajatam Matan Bitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadutam Yan Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopi Sai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Taprakan Chana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visavana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakar Pataru Vyascha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I'm trying to. What is the topic today? What are we discussing today? Huh? How to intensify our sadhana. Okay. Are you ready for Are you ready for it? Because and I know we have so many philosophies to speak. And we speak so many philosophies because we are very weak. We are not strong, we are very weak. That is why I'm hesitating to speak, because I don't know how you will take it. But because you asked me, I will try to say something. To intensify our sadhana means putting extra effort in our practice, right? You want to put extra effort in our practice. That is how to intensify, to upgrade our practice. The principle of Krishna consciousness is itself sufficient process to give us full Krishna consciousness. Falling in four cognitive principles and hearing and chanting and doing our services. Unique principle to give us Krishna consciousness. Just sister second prayer alone. Only 8 astakas. If we understand it carefully and apply it, one can become a pure devotee. Only sister second. Only 8 prayers. It takes us from where we are to prema. Choto Darapana. Cleansing the heart. That is the beginning. That's the beginning from where we are to prema. Only Sister Second can do that if we take it very seriously. I have materials proposal about being serious. I was looking, but I couldn't find it now because I didn't look for it earlier. There's so many things inside. And Prabhupada mentioned we should be very serious. There's so many things, quotation from being serious. And I remember he mentioned in Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 text 14 purport. Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 text 14 purport. In the middle of the purport, Prabhupada said, there are certain days which are called determined, like Ekadasi and Janmashtami. Certain days are called determined. Why determined? It means serious. Why serious? Serious because these days has a lot of potency. And to realize this potency, we have to follow what is necessary. What is that? Fasting. Requires fasting. We have so many philosophies to avoid it. Yes. So many philosophies there to avoid it. But is it a mistake? Krishna does not have appearance, doesn't have birth. Why he appeared? He has no birth. There is no death to Krishna. Why did he appear? To create a chance for us to make advancement. Janmashtami is a chance for us to make advancement. But we carefully and philosophically avoid it. Yearly. Here, properly using the word, certain days are called determined. Ekadasi. What do we do on Ekadasi day? What do we do on Janmashtami day? Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavad, he said, 2 days are sufficient to send anyone back to Godhead. 2 days. What are these 2 days? Nityananda Trayodasi and Gauda Purnima. 2 days, Chaitanya Bhagavad said, we can go back to Godhead these 2 days if we take full advantage of it. I'm repeating, but these days we carefully and philosophically avoid them. We eat more on the Ekadasi days and other days. So what is the purpose of Ekadasi? It's defeated. That is defeated. Really defeated. Determined days are defeated because we don't respond to it nicely. Our approach towards the process of speeding our Krishna consciousness is carefully avoided. And is it a mistake that Krishna gave us these days? Is it a mistake? Ekadasi came from Krishna's thinking deeply how to help conditioned souls who are being tortured by Yamaraj. That is the birth of Ekadasi. Krishna was thinking seriously. Krishna went to visit Yamaraj, and then he was hearing the groaning cry of the hellish inhabitant. So Krishna asked Yamaraj, what is that? What is that sound? Yamaraj said, it is coming from the torture my associates are giving to the sinful people. Krishna was very concerned. He became very concerned. He was thinking, so people are suffering like this. What should I do? Thinking and thinking and thinking about it. Krishna went to sleep to get a solution for the problem. And Lemura Asura was trying to fight Krishna, but Krishna didn't mind it. He was thinking about that. He went to sleep. Murasura came there and started talking. I will kill you because you are running away from fighting with me. You are not sleeping. I will kill you. As he was thinking like that, a female personality came out from Krishna's body and killed Murasura. So Krishna woke up and saw the lady was standing. Oh, who did this? It is me. The demon was trying to disturb you, so I killed the demon. So Krishna said, because today is 11th day of the month, your name is Ekadasi. And your duty is to chase Papa Purusha. give people a chance to get my message easily. Ekadasi said yes, and immediately she went after Papa Purusha. The Papa Purusha ran everywhere, he couldn't get shelter. So he came back to Krishna. And Krishna told Papa Purusha, she will appear 2 times in a month. So on those days, she should enter inside grains. She will not disturb you. So Papa Purusha is in the grains on the Ekadasi day. So eating grains is extremely dangerous. Very dangerous. So dangerous that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself recommended Ekadasi for his mother. Do not eat grains on the Ekadasi, even in a dream. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is Krishna's mercy. Ekadasi is Krishna's mercy. If we want to speed up our progress, it is compulsory for us to observe Ekadasi. May not be completely, but according to, at least according to our ability, according to ability, you can avoid eating grains. And even if you are not going to eat grain, you want to eat something, it should be afternoon, not in the morning. But rife in the morning, people are drinking and eating throughout the whole day. So our advancement cannot be fast. It will be very, very slow. That is what we see. Advancement will be very slow. Look carefully, you speak heavy philosophy, but our bhakti is not so heavy. Our bhakti is very small. Because we are not doing the right thing. Observing all the necessary things Krishna has given to us. We are not putting effort into it. So we should increase our effort in our practice. Like on the Ekadasi day, we should design our life in such a way that we have more time to chant more rounds. Not 16. We should go more than 16 rounds. 16 is the minimum Prabhupada gave to us. And the Ekadasi day, we should take advantage. Okay, we don't want to fast. Okay, but we should increase the chanting. Let us increase the chanting. Don't chant only 16. 16, it is too small, especially on the Ekadasi day. Ekadasi days, there are certain things to do, especially chanting more and hearing more. We should chant more, we should hear more. We can give ourselves some numbers, some figure to chant. We can increase it, we can make it double, we can whatever. It's compulsory, necessary. If you want to intensify our bhakti, our effort in bhakti, please let increase the number of our rounds. Increasing the number, especially, should increase the quality. We shouldn't chant to complete 16 rounds. We shouldn't chant to complete. We should chant because we want to please Lord Krishna. We want the holy name to give us shelter. That should be the attitude. The holy name should give us shelter. These things are more potent on the Ekadasi day. The Ekadasi day is a different day altogether, completely different day. Everything is completely different. Krishna's mercy is easily and more available than other days because it's a special day. So if we chant more rounds, it will be wonderful. It will hear more, it will be wonderful. And that requires reducing what we talk during the day. We should reduce what we talk the whole day. Reduce it. Make sure it is within only Krishna consciousness. let our speech be within Krishna consciousness, not outside. It's a way to control our senses, especially the mind. And the currency that we should try to control our speech, that we don't talk anything against any devotee. Any devotee. Whatever it is, we should never say anything bad about the devotee. Never. If you want to say something, let it be positive. Positivity. A glorification or appreciation. Even we should find a way to do it physically, to find a way to glorify the devotee. We can do it individually. Do it individually. Find a way to talk good about the devotee. At least some devotee. In this way, we are increasing our fortune. By doing this, we're increasing our fortune by talking about it. Remembering the wonderful activities of your own spiritual master. You should remember those wonderful qualities of your spiritual master. And other pure devotees, we have 6 Goswamis. Read something about the Goswamis. You should read something, hear something about this, the qualities that we see in them, which made them what they are, that they are attractive to us. Just hear something. Plan the positive things you can do for the day. You got to hear something about the Goswamis. Want to hear something about the spiritual master. Want to hear something about Srila Prabhupada. Appreciating the hard work he did, the challenges he went through to establish a society for us to practice, or giving us a system that is saving our lives. We can look at that. We can remember these things. It is a very protective and powerful process that will help us in our Krishna consciousness if we put all these exercises into practice. Especially in the Kadasi days. Janmashtami, when we came into Krishna consciousness, how we celebrate our Janmashtami is different from what we see today. The Janmashtami day, we hear Krishna book. It's what we hear. Hear Krishna book. Each devotee is given one chapter. So you read it, condense it, and present it. So one devotee, one. Every devotee will have a chapter each. You read through it. How do you think our life would be if we do this? Reading Krishna's book, all the pastimes that the Krishna performed, we are meditating on that, and we're going to speak it also to devotees. What our life will be like if we do this constantly. Advancement. The advancement. We will not have time for Maya, because we already occupied Krishna consciously. This is what we got from the beginning. Do you know what happened? The chapter which I did when I was just few months in the temple is still in my head till today. Because of absorption in that, and we knew. So I meditated on that till today. If you wake me from sleep, I will say something about it. Without deliberating, without thinking, I will say something about it, because it got registered by thinking and going through it very carefully. Because they're going to narrate the whole chapter, and all the senior devotee who gave that is there. He's there looking at what you present, and he look at what is in the book. So everybody was careful to say what is inside, not what is in our head, what is inside the book. It helps us to be fixed in Christian consciousness, because this is how one becomes Krishna conscious, by thinking of Krishna. And there's so many things about Krishna in the book that we can think about Krishna to make our life Krishna consciousness. So we have wonderful activities to do on a Jamasani day. And my spiritual master also, in addition to that, asked us to write a letter to Krishna. To write a letter to Krishna. You see, if you want to, before you call a person, before you write a person, you must be thinking with the person. Right? You can't just call a person without thinking with the person. You must be thinking of the person before you call the person, or before you write the person. So, to write a letter to Krishna, it's not easy. Not easy. And also, we are also new. This time, okay, you have read so many books, so you can write. But we're new. And they are writing a letter to Krishna. One of the challenges was, will Krishna reply you? Because if I'm writing to a friend, I'm expecting reply. So when you write to Krishna, will Krishna reply you? And if you reply, how will you get the reply? So we are deliberating on all this. The Jamasani was a nice celebration. Nobody remembered the fasting, because we're busy. You see, our mind was tricked. He was our regional secretary at the time. He tricked our mind. The mind was thinking how to write later, and the chapter the person we are going to narrate. The whole day went with these two activities. Even those who were cooking, they also have verses. So, well, before they start cooking, they have to go and read that. So while they are cooking, they are trying to memorize. That is Krishna consciousness. The cooking was first class. Because they were not talking. They were not thinking of anything. We were simply thinking about writing a letter to Krishna and the chapter, the pastor they are going to narrate. Constantly, during the whole cooking, that was the meditation. Just you doing decoration, the same thing. We have never had any wonderful thing like that, because it was a really powerful meditation. Everyone was engaged. They were not talking with each other. No animosity. No animosity. We didn't remember any bad feeling towards any person, because their concern is what you're going to narrate. So if we plan our Krishna consciousness like this, we will soon be there. Very, very soon we'll be there. And we have more also good japa, good rounds to chant. Even while you are chanting, you are thinking about the chapter you are going to narrate. So the thinking was within everything. Everything was Krishna conscious. So I feel to share it with you and see if it is important, or you think it will help to improve our Krishna consciousness, and by applying it, What do you think? Huh? What do you think? It's good? We want to try? Please try. Krishna will help you. Hare Krishna. Any comments? Questions? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Such a good suggestion how to follow Ekadashi and how to follow Janmashtami. Very important things. Now that both I have a question. For Ekadashi, we were also told to check more rounds and not need to 12 round. So I was following it in visual Ekadashi and fasting and following Janmashtami. So I was doing it past 12 years. But last visual Ekadashi, my health went very bad. I was hospitalized next day and you didn't take care. So I'm very doubtful. Mind is cheating that Janmashtami if I fast Vijala. At the same time, we know that it's very Bhakti journey is the mother Tithi. So can I take this once again or doctor has suggested a lot of experiment because of doctor suggested not to do fasting. In that situation, I guess.
Your sickness was not because of fasting. There are so many people who are very, very sick in the hospital now who are not fasting. So many people. Right? They are eating every day to the neck, but in the hospital. So the mind is the problem. The mind. The mind tells us that if you fast, you will be sick. If you fast, you will be sick. That is sure. So it is the mind. Well, maybe as we will tell you this, I don't mind whether you take it or not, but as we will let you know this. For many years, I do Kartik Brat. One of my things during the Kartik is no grains and some other things. So after many years, I was not sick, but in my mind I was telling Krishna, this year I'm not going to do it. Because Krishna, so many years I've been doing it, I've not seen any change in me. I've not seen anything. So this year I don't think I will do that. I will eat normally. I convince myself like that. After I have convinced myself, and then the voice came. Yes, you are not seeing any change. Even if we have not seen anything, please do as we have been doing before. So I continued. I didn't stop again. And I'm not sick. I'm not sick till now. I'm not sick. The mind is a very powerful enemy. This is what Bhakti tells us. The mind is a very powerful enemy. Until the mind is controlled, we cannot have peace in this world. So many things the mind will present. An intelligent person should not listen to the mind. Should listen to Krishna, listen to the scripture, listen to acharyas, not the mind. Who will succeed? Yes, Prabhu. What is here?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
The question is, Krishna says Satatam Kirtayanto Mam.
Yes.
So, Kirtan, as per can it be needed only bhajan, sadhana, book distribution, or seva? So, what it is more close to as a devotee sadhaka, what does a kirtan really means?
Okay. Thank you. One foolish person challenged Prabhupada. Swamiji, where in the scripture chanting is recommended? Prabhupada quoted this verse. So Prabhupada quoted this verse. Krishna said, Satatam Kirtayantu Ma. Always chanting my glories. So Harinam is Kirtan, book distribution is Kirtan, talking about Krishna, hearing about him is Kirtan. So what exactly is this? The verse is talking about Harinam, chanting the Maha Mantra without ceasing, continuously, constantly, the holy name of Krishna. That is the ultimate. That's why Rupa Krishna also said the essence of all advice in the world, the essence is what? One should chant the holy name nicely. Nicely. Prabhupada said nicely means distinctly and loud. Should be distinct and loud. But chanting nicely. If you chant loud and distinctly, you will be forced to hear it. And the mind will not go. Because chanting loud is like shouting on the mind. Hare Krishna. Oh. You know when you shout on somebody, the person will give attention. So chanting loud means for shouting on the mind to listen. So you listen, you will not go away. Now you should chant distinctly and loudly so that we will remember it at the time of death. If you do this is proper for what? Bhagavatam 6 to 49. The Prabhupada took the purport from Vishwanath Chakravarti to add to it. Okay. You've seen? Okay. Yes. Yes. At the time of death, one is certainly bewildered because his bodily functions are in disorder. At that time, even one who throughout his life has practiced chanting the holy name the Lord may not be able to chant the Hare Krishna mantra very distinctly. Nevertheless, such a person receives all the benefit of chanting the holy name. While the body is fit, therefore, why should we not chant the holy name of the Lord loudly and distinctly? If one does so, it is quite possible that at the time of death, he will be properly able to chant the holy name of the Lord with love and faith. In conclusion, one who chants the holy name of the Lord constantly is guaranteed to return home back to Godhead without a doubt. Then he proper added the purport, because Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura, and the whole thing is, Krishna feels this person has chanted my name, therefore it is my duty to give him all protection. This is how Krishna feels towards someone who chants the name clearly. This person has called my name. It is my duty to give him all protection. So we have everything. It's the application that is the problem. Chant distinctly. Right? So it's the holy name.
I agree to you, but keeping in mind of my colleagues, young, dynamic, energetic, into the management, continuous chanting is not easily possible. 60 notes distinctly chanting, okay. I'm talking Satatam Kirtanam. The next options are book distribution, seva, also comes under Kirtan. Like Prabhupada make terminology little. Book distribution equally important, sometimes taking date is very, very important. Prabhupada makes a distinct voice that make everything is very important.
If we want to be a good book distributor, we must chant the mantra first. Otherwise, it is ordinary selling of books, not spiritual activity. We must chant the Hare Krishna mantra distinctly, clearly, first. Then book distribution becomes a spiritual activity. The same thing with everything else we do in Krishna consciousness. One is not qualified to cook for Krishna without chanting. Neither should one do deity worship without chanting. Our consciousness has to be purified to do what is offerable to Krishna. Now we are managing in japa. It is wrong. That is not what Prabhupada gave to us. Managing in a class is wrong. That is not what Prabhupada gave to us. Prabhupada gave us distinctly clear activities. Time for job, the time for classes, the time for book distribution, time for cooking, time for everything. Krishna Prabhupada designed everything completely. But we are mixing up everything. And that is where confusion is coming. Yes. In a class, management is going on in a class. It is wrong. In a class, we're discussing japa, we're discussing, we're doing managing. Do management in the class, in japa. It is wrong. It's wrong. will be a good manager after chanting good 16 hours. You'll be a good manager. You're going to manage people for their people's benefit. If you don't chant before management, you're going to manage people for your own benefit. And that is dangerous. It's dangerous. A good leader manages people for their benefit. This is what we saw with all our kings who are saintly. They manage people for their benefit. So manage devotee for their benefit. Prabhupada said good management is what? You make sure devotees are attending Mangalati compulsively and chanting 16 hours. That is perfect management. Isn't it?
Common Prabhupada says that good devotee can be a good manager. Good devotee can be a good manager. Good manager need not be a good devotee. Paraphrase. I heard somewhere.
A good leader is one who is chanting 16
You
hours.
can borrow a preacher, you can borrow a pujari, you can have anyone, but you cannot substitute a good devotee. A good devotee can be a good manager, but a good manager, he not be good in his chanting sadhana, but he not be good.
No, how? How?
A manager, is an expert in managing.
If you are
Because of
good,
experience.
a devotee, if you are a good devotee,
Can be a good manager.
you'll be a good manager, you'll be a good pujari, be a good cook, good distributor, everything will be good. Everything will be good. So we should try to become good devotees, which is a recommendation from Bhakti Dhira. Let us try to be good devotee, not a great devotee. Good devotee means what? One who is chanting Hare Krishna mantra nicely and keeping the basic principle. Be a good devotee.
But he can be a good manager.
Yes, why
He can
not?
become a good manager.
How a good devotee will not be a good manager? A person not chanting Sira will be a good manager. How? How? A good person will be good for everybody. This is a very big contamination we are introducing in our system. A good devotee will be a good leader. Because what makes him good? His Krishna consciousness is practicing. That makes him good. So he will manage devotee for the benefit of devotees.
But good manager cannot be a good devotee.
A good manager cannot. A good manager is a selfish person. A good manager will use people for himself, not for the benefit of the people. That's a manager. It's different from being a leader.
Sometimes time, place, circumstances, we cannot.
No time, place. You cannot. If you drink poison nicely, you will not die. If you drink poison nicely, you will not die. Drink it nicely with a good smile. you shouldn't die. But this is a spiritual movement. We shouldn't manage this movement with material abilities alone. It is not sufficient. This is a spiritual movement. It is based on purity. Purity is a force, not our academic qualification. It is not a force. Purity is a force. And purity means what? Krishna conscious in full practice. Krishna conscious in full practice. We will have the potency to lead people nicely. Now we are running a spiritual organization on our material qualification. It is not work. It is not work. Yes? It is the spirit that is maintaining matter. Matter does not maintain spirit. Spirit maintains matter. Spiritual practice, Krishna consciousness will give us the potency to lead devotees in going back to Godhead. Now we are leading people and people are not comfortable with our leadership. Our leadership is giving insecurity to people. Why? For potency. Potency. Thank you. Yes, last question before you go. Oh, sorry. Last question.
I had a practical question. So you said that we should do all these activities on Janmashtami, be very conscious, increase the quality. So Maharaj, few years back, and many times we face a situation like I personally wanted to stand all day on Janmashtami day, like from morning till night, and just continue till the time I can. So, but my service authority, they asked me to be in one of the stalls there, like register people for the programs or something, because we have good footfall at that day. So I felt like I was somehow being, on this special day kept away from the Lord somehow, because it was my thinking that this seva anyone can do, but I want to spend my time in hearing and chanting and not doing anything else. But if I refuse to do the services, then it also results in a strained relationship with the authority, and somehow maybe like we have to be submissive. So I also feel like the false ego is coming in and not accepting the authority's instruction and doing my own thing. But my mind was really that, and I felt that I could have done, like on Ekadashis generally I can spend more time, and on the match again it comes once a year. So the motivation is there to do those things. So Maharaj, how to deal with the situation when our aspiration and taste for celebrating the festival is different from what our seniors and authorities are expecting us to do on festival days?
Well, since the authority gave us a service to do, we should do that. That becomes a chanting as well. We should do that. And for one who is very serious to do something, the service is not given to you that very day. The service has been given to you before that day. Everybody knows that tomorrow Jamasani, everybody have these services, right? It's already assigned. Therefore, you should get up early and do so many rounds before you resume your duty. Right? So in this way, you will do both of them. No. Today, 108. So please don't call me for anything. It's not be understood. Only Bhakti Society will appreciate you. But other people do not appreciate. So you do the service, but if you get up early and do many rounds, so that when the time for the service comes, we can do our service nicely. In this way, we do Bhakti nicely. Hare Krishna.